astonishing beings in our human family are trying to tell you. They're trying to tell you through the writings, through the things that are lying around all the time, through people such as myself that come before you, are trying to tell you something. They're trying to tell you that there is this open secret that is being communicated to the human family that is an extraordinarily important secret. And that if you will direct your attention to this, you can exercise this resource that you have for your benefit. Because there are certain types of things they call siddha, that are certain types of consequences that can be seen in the outside world from the mastery over one's energy system, over one's chakra system, and in bioplasma fields. And that there are, for example, you've all heard about the big famous thing of the spoon bendings that can go. But this is a very real phenomenon. You can take the most hardened steel spoon and hold it in your hand and go through a very particular exercise of going through the chakra system in your body and opening up your crown chakra and opening it up to the flow of golden light from the universe down in through your body and into your hands. And the spoon will just turn into like soft gum. It affects the entire molecular structure of the metal to the point where you can just take the spoon and just curl it like this, and it'll just have a curly handle like that, and it'll just, you set it down and it'll just harden again, and no one can ever figure out how you did that. And that's a fact. That's a fact. I've seen it done half a dozen times. Okay, and so that the ability to do something like that, to have a direct effect upon a material thing like that, in ways that the normal academic community will tell you that you can't do, or that it's just magical thinking to think that something like that can happen, or that a person can engage in telekinesis, where they actually affect things. And Dr. Zhenjiu Jing showed me a film when we were there about experiments they've been doing of finding people who could move things around, at a distance like this. They could slide keys across a table. They could tip things over from like 4 feet away. They could tip them over. And they can do that. They can project their energy out like that. And so that what I'm saying is that this secret resource that we have fundamentally is able to affect material reality. And so that the insights that we're going to be talking about later in the course about quantum physics and the ability of directed human intentionality to affect the actual manifestation of matter, an inchoate quantum field, whether it's going to manifest itself as a particle of mass or a wave of energy, can be directly affected by directed human intentionality. That there are more dramatic ways and more obvious, physically obvious ways that human intention can affect things. And so that what I'm suggesting to you is that this is an extremely important thing for you to know about. And the different nature of the energy centers and the effect they have upon your consciousness is another important thing for you to understand. So that the exercises that have been proffered to us down through the ages for strengthening and balancing these chakra centers, for making sure that they're functioning in a healthy and balanced manner, and allowing you to exercise more objective, balanced observation and insight about the objective world is all extraordinarily important. And what we're going to be doing on Friday is I'm going to be relating these 8 chakra systems, these 8 chakra system, human system, to the basic worldviews that have been set forth by Talcott Parsons and Ralph Potter. They've only set forth the 7 of these, but I'm going to demonstrate to you that there's an 8th chakra system. Okay? And that, I'll close today by just giving you a little preview of this, is that I think I mentioned it in the first gatherings, that if you take 7 different lasers of pure color, of the primary colors of the spectrum, of the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, and you take a laser beam that is adjusted to the vibrational frequency of each of those colors, and that laser is a condensed and focused form of that particular electromagnetic wavelength, of that vibration, and you focus them all on a single spot at the center of a circle, they will all set up a mutual interference pattern that will generate white light. And that's a basic insight that we're going to be dealing with in this course, because this is the 8th paradigm. This is the 8th paradigm worldview that does not yet exist in the world, does not yet have a classic set of attributes attached to it like the other 7 worldviews do, and like the other 7 chakras do. This is the secret chakra. This is the secret worldview. This is the worldview that we will be exploring in this course to ascertain what value it portends for attempting to address this upcoming crisis, and that I would want to proffer this worldview to you so that you can, in fact, attempt to familiarize yourself with it, work out some of the particular aspects of it, and have it as a resource, a common resource for both of our generations in attempting to address the upcoming major crisis of the 21st century. There's our Friday talk, or our Monday talk, okay?